Welcome back, noobs. In this video we'll be covering simple movement techniques such as repositioning and ways to peek. Let's start with wiggle peeking. We're going to focus on three key points: this door, and this window. The correct way to approach this would be to wiggle, make sure nobody's here, nobody's there, and nobody's here. By doing this, we're allowing ourselves to maintain as much safety as possible while also getting information for ourselves and our team. If we were to swing all at once, it would expose us to these three key angles all at once. Another way that we can check these three key angles is by jump wiggle peeking. It would look something like this. And by doing that, we're not only wiggle peeking and keeping our body safe by going behind the wall as soon as we see somebody, but we're also displacing our body vertically. So if somebody were to be aiming at us with their crosshair, it would hit our chest or stomach instead of our head. Overall, our goal with these two peeking techniques is to ensure utmost safety while also making it more difficult for the enemy to hit us. Or if they do hit us, it wouldn't be an instant kill, it would be in our chest or body. Now let's take that peeking technique and add in some repositioning. Again, our key points we can change to this door and this door. Let's say we want to check this door, we can wiggle peek it, then we can wiggle peek that one, and let's say somebody was there when we wiggle peeked it. Well, we could take a peek and take a shot, but if we keep peeking this same position, they're eventually just going to get us because they don't have to move their crosshair at all. They just hold it in one spot and then you walk into it. So instead, let's peek this side and then this side, and maybe we jump over, and then maybe once we hit them or we realize they're not peeking anymore, we move over here and peek this side. By moving so much, it creates a sense of discomfort, so he never knows where to put his crosshair. So instead of sitting in one spot, he has to keep moving his crosshair from here, or maybe you're going to be here or up here or over here, here. There's so many spots that you could be that it makes him very uncomfortable, and he'll make a mistake eventually because of that, and you'll get the pick. Holding buildings uses a lot of the same techniques as when you're playing outside and repositioning, the only difference being that you get a free one and done spot. One and done meaning that you can get a free pick here, but after that you have to move somewhere else. But with windows allowing you the freedom to hold from odd angles as well as having a tinted window in front of you, outweighs the pros from cons. This clip serves as a great example of playing weird off angles in a window instead of holding up close to them. There was a team coming from our west side, and instead of holding the window from within a few feet in front of it or just right in front of it, I backed up and jumped on a hay bale to get a really odd angle and to make myself smaller. Even though this guy was peeking a tree and holding the angle with whatever weapon he had, he still couldn't see me and had no idea that I was looking at him. A quick scenario that I'd like to go through that I went through in a game today was I was in a 1v3 and there was a guy here and a guy over here. I'm not sure where the third was, but say you try to get the pick here and you miss the shot, he's going to immediately start peeking you and he's going to hold that angle. Now this isn't guaranteed, but in this specific situation, it's what happened. This guy kept holding and he kept peeking me, and although your first instinct may be to just keep shooting back, keep trying to hit him, he's doing that so his teammates over here can either push across the bridge or just through the water, just somewhere on your right. So if you peek and you miss that shot and he keeps peeking, your last ditch effort would be to try to hit him and then move back as much as you can before his teammates get across that bridge or just across the water, and reposition yourself somewhere where they won't expect. Like right here would be an example. So when they come across that bridge, they'll be looking down there where you originally were, or just somewhere in this area because maybe he saw you run and he called it. So when they're just looking, boom, you get the pick on him, and now they're in a really weird situation where there's a guy dead here. Maybe his teammate came with him in the third state over there. So now you have a 1v1, a free 1v1 here, as long as you don't expose yourself to the left. Now, if this second guy on the bridge after you got the first pick keeps peeking you, something that you could try to do is get a hit on him. And once you get a hit on him, he's going to want to stop peeking, whether that's by moving, let's say this caravan was there in this situation, he can move behind the caravan or just run back in general, maybe over to that third that was over here. When that happens, you'd want to reposition yourself somewhere where you can see the body, but you're also in a really unexpected spot. Like when they come up and they start to push again and they start getting up that bridge and you're not over there peeking, they're going to feel really weirded out and they're going to try to go for the res. And as soon as they go for the res, there you go. There's another opportunity to get the second one. If you get that second one, guess what? Now you're in that 1v1 wherever he is, and now you just have to play it smart, get the pick, and there you go. There's your 1v3. Not all situations will play out this ideal. You know, there's going to be weird things that people do, like maybe the third ends up swinging way out here and he has a marksman and he shoots at you even when you're here. But overall, the main goal is when you're in a 1v3, try to get a first pick, and after the first pick, try to play the body. If you can't play the body, play it safe, pull back, and just keep pulling back until you're able to get a first pick, and that's when you can kind of reinitiate yourself as being able to win that 1v2, 1v3.